defects, you can do it with automation more than the manual testing.
Yes, so that's a good point, because you can capture a lot of defects more accurately in the automation testing rather than the manual testing.
And when there are big applications, we go for automation testing?
Yes, big application. That's a good point. Like, okay, so always think about what are the social site you are using day by day, day to day, like Facebook, LinkedIn, Yahoo, Google, all these, and iOS, all these are big product which goes through a lot of releases. Always in your iOS Apple phone, you get that update available, right? In the settings, you go and update your OS. So those are the frequent releases. You can give that example if they ask. Okay, those are more frequent releases. The requirements are, there is always a regression testing involved, and the testing is more accurate and faster. It saves the time and money for the client. Okay, so those are the things. Now I'm going to twist the question little bit and ask why you will not do the automation. When is the situation you will not prefer automation?
When the applications are not very...
Yeah, just opposite you can say, when the application is not stable or the requirements are changing very frequently.
Very frequently.
Okay, then there is some more point. You can use your your own experience or common senses. Based on that also you can say, okay, when you will go for manual testing rather than automation testing.
Automation tools and it's very expensive.
No, you are telling the just opposite. Okay, opposite in the sense open source is available. Java, Selenium, and all these are freely available in the market. You cannot say it's expensive.
Oh, okay.
But you are partially right. HP, QTP is expensive. Okay, but here we are talking about automation testing versus manual testing. Forget about tools. Client has a lot of money; they can invest. When there is an analysis involved, okay, you have to use your own analysis. When you do the automation, you cannot do that. Okay, you are going to the site, suddenly there is a pop-up coming. Okay, if you are doing the manual testing, you will click OK or cancel and then proceed, right? If there is a warning. Suppose in your automation test script, if you don't have that scenario, your script is going to fail and come out. This is just an example, right? You get it?
I didn't understand that. Can you repeat it, please?
Okay. So you asked to write test case to testday@gmail.com. You are entering user ID password and your test script is making sure that it is going to the inbox. Okay. This test script you are going to do repeatedly for thousands of users. That is working good. Automation is well. Okay. So we are doing this test every month. It solves our purpose, which is doing fast and saves the money. Everything is fine. Okay, suddenly they are doing the upgrade. Okay, they are doing the next release. Your test script they are running. Okay, for some reason, okay, there is a pop-up coming in between. Okay, asking some security question. When you are trying new computer, do you see that this computer is new? Do you want to register? Some security question is coming, right? You are not handling that event in your automation script. Now your test script is going to fail. It will not continue, right? If you do the manual testing, you will see that, oh, this is the just a warning, say okay or cancel and you will proceed. But in the automation, you will not be able to do that. So when there is a manual intervention and analysis is involved, we will go for manual testing. And some complex calculations and all there, some complex logic. It's very difficult to do the automation. Anyway, these are all the just some interview questions they need to asking. So you can just Google and find all this also, but I just want to check whether we are on path. Okay. Let's focus on the today's class. If you don't have any other questions. So we are starting. Okay, as Priya started earlier about Java, Selenium, WebDriver and all those. So WebDriver is the focus of our training. Okay, Java, Selenium, WebDriver, IDE, and some RC. So Java Selenium is mainly based on the Java. Today I'm going to teach mainly about introduction about Java, what is Java, and how we can get started with Java programming. Okay. So you all can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let me, if anybody cannot see, I will maximize it. Okay, so Java is object oriented. Okay, so what it means, object oriented. So if you're not talking, if you can mute, that will be helpful for others. Okay, so let's use this view. This looks okay. The slideshow. Okay, so in Java everything is an object. Okay, so object is, so in the traditional programming like C or any other language, if you write in the programming basic COBOL, Pascal, or .NET, all those languages you will write some scripting, right? Some shell script, all those things. It will be based on the some commands. Okay, each line is separate command. But in Java, you group different command into together and you call it as an object. Okay, we will see what is object later, but it is Java is the object-oriented languages. Okay, so because of object-oriented, there are some characteristics. Any languages like C++ and Java, these are object-oriented language which has some specific characteristics. Okay, we will see that what is the object-oriented characteristics. Now, it's a platform independent. So this is the main feature of Java. Okay, what is platform independent? When you write the code, okay, the code once it is compiled. So compiling means like you write some Java program, and when you compile, it produces some output which can run in different browsers and different operating systems. So when it says platform independent, so this can run in Windows, this can run in Unix, or this can run in Mac. Okay. Today you are writing a Java program and you are putting in a browser. HTML code, you saw that, right? So in the HTML web page, you can include the Java applet. Okay. Assume that you are writing a web page called priya.com. So in the priya.com, you are including one Java applet which can run from different browsers, different operating systems, different machines, and anywhere in the world. Okay, so it is a platform independent. That's a unique feature of Java. Okay, and then it's simple. Java is easy to write, and the syntax and everything is very user friendly, the programmer friendly. Okay, so it's not very complex like some programs like Pascal or some scientific languages are there, Fortran. Those are all very difficult to understand, but Java is very simple. Anybody can write once they know the programming concepts. Okay, and then secure. So lot of financial companies, such as a brokerage company in the Wall Street, they all use Java server-side coding. That's why, like, Java developers are very high in demand in the market. Okay, there are some server-side program is there, platform in the browser-based like applet, and the designs are there, GUI-based. So different flavor of Java is there in the market. Java Swing, Java Beans. There are so many small Java products are there, which is very popular since it is secured also. You can write in the server side where it supports a lot of encryption mechanism, public key encryptions, which secures the data. Suppose you are passing the data through your programming code, that should secure and make it very protected for the client. That's why Java is preferred for many of the clients to use it in the server side. Then architectural neutral. So this one I will cover it in the next slide, why it is architectural neutral. So it can support, it's similar to the platform independent. It can support any different format of the compiled code to work in the different machines, processors. So when they say processor, like Intel processor and a different processor for Unix, they will be using different processor. And Mac, it is the iOS related processor. So all those processor, it supports that. So it's related to platform independent, but they say it is a neutral. So when it generates, the file is compatible with different processors. Portable, again, it's a portable means you can write the code once and you can run it in different compatible systems. Okay. Robust, so you know that robust means it's very error prone. Like when you compile and generate the code for running in the different machine, in the runtime it won't produce any error. During the compile time itself, it will capture all the errors and it will make it runtime very efficient. Multi-threading. Okay, thread means a process. In IT we call threading. So in the Unix mainly use the thread. So even in Windows, Java supports that multi-threading. Multi-threading means you can do the process same time simultaneously in different processing classes. We will see that what is multi-threading. We may not use that. This is a little advanced. As a tester, we may not use the multi-threading. It's a little advanced concept, but we should know that Java supports the multi-threading. Okay. Interpreter. So there is a two different type of compilation in programming. Like one is a compilation, other one is interpretation. So compilation means when you give the source code, it will generate the exe or DLL file. So in the Windows and all, you might have seen .exe, .com application, .setup.exe, or some exe, word.exe will be there. That is the executable file which is produced from the source code, right? That is the compiled output. Okay, but interpreted means it will not produce the exe file. During the runtime, it will execute line by line. Okay, there are two types. One is the compiled code, other one is interpreted code. So this is interpreted. So during the runtime also, it will do the interpretation, translation. Why it is doing, we'll see it in the next slide. Why it is interpreting. High performance. So even though this has all these features, it's very powerful, and it uses the just-in-time compilers. I'm going to show that in the coming slides. Distributed. So this is again related to processing power. So distributed means we are distributing the program into the different environment. You can write one complex code of 100 lines of code and you can run. If you have a different processor, you can run each computer 25 lines of the code. Distributed processing. So you can get the output faster. Dynamic. So dynamic means like comparing C and C++, this is more dynamic. So it can adapt to the different during the runtime. It can automatically adjust to the input and output. So it is more dynamic. If there is any exceptions and all those things, it can handle efficiently. Comparing other languages. Okay, so these are all the main Java features. Any questions on this? These are all the, you may not use any of these in the testing, but this is the basics of Java. Even if you go as a Java developer or Java programmer, this may be useful. Mostly they are comparing Java with C and other languages, C++. C++ and the Java is the object-oriented languages. Even C#, from Microsoft.NET, there is a C# that is object-oriented. Okay, if you don't have a question, I can move on to the next slide. Okay, so this is the JDK download. Okay, one second. I will come to this third slide and then we'll go back to that. So Java has three different components. One is JDK, JRE, and JVM. JDK is Java Development Kit. JRE is Java Runtime Environment. JVM is the Java Virtual Machine. Okay. So when you download as I said, like Java is the open source. You can go to Oracle site. I'm going to show the site where you can download the software. So when you download and install the Java software, you will get the JDK. As a developer, we will always use the JDK. Even automation tester, we will use the JDK using these components: Java C, jar, debugging tools, and Java P. When you are doing the automation scripting, you will use this. Java C is for the Java compiler. Jar is the Java archive. Debugging tool is to debug the program, and Java P is for runtime. JRE is Java. Within the JDK, we have the JRE, Java Runtime Environment. Okay. So Java, you might have heard, Java runs in billions of devices, including your watch, TV, or remote devices, and thermostat, everywhere, microwave, everywhere you might have heard Java applet is installed. Have you heard that Java is everyday life? Even if you don't use the computer, Java is used in your GPS and all those devices. Everywhere you go, Java is already there. Okay. So that means those devices have the Java runtime environment. Okay. Once you develop the program using the JDK, you have the output compiled program to use by the JRE. Okay. So these days, many computers when you purchase, the operating system itself comes with the JRE. Okay. So even if you don't develop the Java program, some end users, okay, so when you don't develop the program like brokers or anybody, even if you have Windows system, if you want to use some site, it will ask you Java runtime is not installed, can you download? So some sites, some application depends on the Java runtime environment. Either you can download and install, or some system already comes with pre-built Java runtime environment. Java runtime environment is nothing but runtime to run the Java program, which has the Java program and then Java W libraries and then some jar. Java runtime, this is the green box, second one. So JDK comes with the JRE. Without JDK also, some machines just they will have JRE which can run any Java based applications. Okay. So automation, as an automation tester or a Java developer, we will install the JDK and we will produce the Java programs from the Java compiler and all for the JRE. So based on the Java program, we will create the output for run by the Java runtime environment. Okay, this is the architecture of Java. And then within JRE, there is one called Java virtual machine. Okay, Java virtual machine means it's not really a machine, but it interprets the code during the runtime. Okay. So from the Java JDK, when you produce the program, okay, you call Java. Okay, when you compile the program, it's going to create the class output, java.class, which is the runnable by the JRE. So from that class file, this JVM will interpret the code. Okay, see from JDK, it generates only the byte code, byte code. Okay. So based on the byte code, this Java virtual machine will run it during the runtime in the browser using this just-in-time compiler. Okay. So theoretically, Java compiles two times, one during the JDK, one in the virtual machine, which makes it possible to run any machines. So as long as they have the JRE, when you are creating the Java output, it doesn't depend on any particular platform. So it is capable of running during the runtime depending on where it sits. Okay, if it is sitting in the Internet Explorer, again it is going to do the just-in-time compiler and the interpret based on that browser. If it sits in the Chrome, it is going to run depending on that Chrome browser. So that's why Java is platform independent and write once, run anywhere. That's the mantra of Java. You can write the program and run it in the multiple places. But before Java, in the traditional language like C, COBOL, Pascal, Fortran, Basic, all those, if you compile the program, it produces the exe or DLL file, which is specifically for one operating system. Only for Windows only it will run. The same exe you cannot take it and run anywhere else. It's not portable. It's designed only for one particular operating system. So it's not a platform independent, it's called platform dependent, right? But Java is platform independent. Platform independent, we see that, right? Unlike many other programming languages, C and C++, Java is compiled. It is not compiled into platform specification, rather into platform independent bytecode. So it generates the bytecode. That's the main thing. Using the bytecode, the JVM again interprets and run it using the just-in-time compiler one more time, depending on the place where it is going to run. Any question? This is the core architecture of Java. Many Java developer, I'm telling you, like they will be working like 5 years, 10 years, they may not know this architecture. We don't need that. Even for a developer, I mean automation tester, we don't need this much of detail, but this will give you some insight about the Java architecture. Okay. Any question? Raji, Priya, Indra?
No.
Okay. Okay, so you can download the JDK from the site. I will share this slide after this class. You can just copy paste this link, okay, and then download the JDK. So once you download the JDK, what are the things you are going to get? You will get JDK, JRE, and JVM. Okay. So it's a self-installable. Like there will be one program. If you run that, if you download and open that setup file, it's going to run automatically install the Java software in your local machine. Okay. Once you install the Java, okay, you can make sure. How do you know whether Java is installed? You can go to the command prompt. Okay, the Windows command prompt. How you go in? You can start the program. You can type the command, or you can just go to the prompt through the other places. But I prefer this way. Just directly I can go command prompt. Okay, if you type Java, if you get the any output here, like welcome to Java, or this kind of Java syntax and all, if you get, your machine has Java installed. Before installing, try this, you'll get some error. Okay, so something like this is not recognized command, something like that. Okay, so once you install the Java, you'll get something like this. How you compile Java program? You will use Java C and test.java. Always Java program starts with, ends with extension of .java. Okay, so it is trying to compile, but it's not able to find the test.java because I don't have it in this place. Okay, so Java C is the compiler command, Java compiler command, Java C, program name .java. Then it produces test.class. Okay, test.class. So that is the output of the Java compiler, which is the compiled code, bytecode, which will be run by the Java runtime environment using the just-in-time compiler. Okay. Make sense? Also, when you install the Java, it's going to add the Java path to the path variable. Okay. So this is the path variable in my program. Okay. So the path variable in your computer will be like you can go to the start and then go to the computer, right click here, properties, okay, and then go to advanced system settings, environment variables. I'm going to share this recording so I can do this. So if you go here, it's sorted by alphabetic variables, right? You will see. So you go down, you see the path. So this is the, so I have C Java JDK /bin. Okay. So when you install the Java, it usually adds a path here. If it doesn't add, wherever you installing, suppose you are installing in your local directory called C:/ some program files, JDK, some blah blah blah, then bin, right? So that path you have to copy and put it in the path variable. So you have to edit here and then put it in the front. Okay. If you get into the issue, I can help you. So how to set up this path variable. Once you set up, then you can come here and also you can see what is the path variable setup. So you can see whether Java is included in the path variable. That is important. If the path variable is not here, then you cannot compile or run the Java from anywhere. Okay, it's important. Okay. Next one. So Java C I told to make sure Java compiler is accessible. Java C, if you type, it will show. Okay. And then Java C is the compilation command. Java is the execution command. Okay. So I think I have written some sample program. I'll show you how to compile and how to run. Small program. Let's try. Java is. Any questions so far for the Java installations? I can see Java. Yeah. Okay. So this is the generally in any language you will start with hello world program, right? So this is a small program I wrote. You will see the syntax Java commands and all. So this is the Java program. Okay. So how I compile is okay. So once you go to the command prompt, okay, go to your folder. I have it in C Java. Okay. Java C. If you have a Java installed, you can try Java C. Java C. Then I'm calling Java. Okay, I think I have some issue with the class path. Anyway, so this is the command. Once you give Java C program name, that your hello world.java, then it will produce hello world.class. Okay, the class file is not editable. That's the compiled code. Hello world.java is the source program which you can open in Notepad or anything. You can open. You see why it's not compiling. Normally it should compile. I'll see what this issue is. I think in my computer I changed some path and also it is not working. But if the installation is good, it should directly compile and produce. Okay. So Java C is the compilation command. Once it is compiled and produce the hello world.class, then you can run directly Java then hello world. Then it will produce the output Java hello world. No extension. Okay. For compilation, you have to give the .java. But for running that, just Java space class file name. Okay, two commands, Java C and Java. You don't have to remember these commands. The good thing is you are going to run it through the tool called Eclipse. Okay, Eclipse will do all these things, Java C and Java. So don't worry about this now. But if you don't have a Eclipse, if you want to run and if you want to compile, you can do that also from the command prompt. In the Unix system or other system, they may not have the tool. Then you can do this. This way also you can compile and run. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to the syntax of the Java program. Okay. So Java has different within the Java programs. There is a different sections. Okay, so if you look at this Java program, okay, so this is the simple Java program. We have public class hello world. So whatever the Java program .java you are using, you have to declare that as a class here. Okay, we call hello world.java. So same thing will come here, public class hello world. Suppose if we create a test.java, then we will create public class test here, right? So whatever the Java file name here .java will come as a class. Okay, you are creating the class from this program. You are creating the class and you are saying within the class you can have different methods. Okay, method is nothing but function. Okay, in different language they call different names. In C or basic Fortran, those languages you call it as method, procedures or functions, right? Same thing is called methods here in Java. So this is the main method. Okay, it has the argument of string argument, and then within this is the command. Command. So this double slash is the command. Also they can put command like this, test something, right? Slash. So this command also they can do. Now this is the main command within this program, system.out.println hello world. So this is the Java command. Okay, you are printing hello world in the output. So to write this one line, we have to create a class, we have to create a method. Within the class, within the method, we will write the Java commands. So that's okay. So each class will start with this open brackets and the close, and the method starts with the same thing, like open and close. Right? So this is for the class and this is for the method. But these things you will automatically learn it because we are going to write some complex. This is very basic things. Creating the class, creating the method. Okay. Within the class, not only method, you can also have variables. Okay. Variables are nothing but string variable. Okay. String name. Okay. Then you can create a variable called integer ij. Okay. These are all the member variables called member variables. So within the class, you can have variables and methods. So those variables can be used within these methods. Name filter, I, something like that, right? So this is the string, and then integer, we declare integer, right? So then it can be integer I equal to 100. So whatever variable we declared, we will be using within that methods. So this is the simple basic program. And then there is also called package. Okay, so the class is this one, right? Within the class we write methods and variables, but package will have lot of classes. Package is nothing but groups of classes. So we can have hello world, and then we can create a hello world 1, okay, something like that. Then we call these two classes together into one package. So the combination of classes, multiple classes, will become one package, package 1. Okay, within this package we can have combination of multiple classes. Group of classes will become one package. So there is some syntax and all. Package should be always lowercase. Okay, I did a mistake here. Yeah, always lowercase, PACK1. But if you look at the class, it will start with uppercase, something like that. That is the naming conventions. Okay, it is not strict, like no, we have to follow that, but it's the suggested way of Java convention. Okay, so the package is like a folder. Why I say folder is, so here Java information is a folder. Within the folder we have a lot of files, right? So you can think that also the folder is a package and the files are class. Okay, class is the building block of the code, Java code base. And then I said method, which is nothing but a collection of statement or commands, Java commands grouped together to perform the operation. Is it clear? So public static integer function, then we are passing the variable, and then here the body of the methods. Any questions so far? Package, class and methods. So this is the syntax. Package, you can create any package, and then public class, class name. Packages, class. Alright, so we will move on to the next one. So again, I'm showing small program. Public class, my first Java program. Static void main, system.out.println. Okay, any question? Are we good? Raji, Bhavani?
To be frank, Rajan, I couldn't understand even a bit. Like you're telling so fast, and the other thing is I don't know anything about this. Like
Okay.
I can't. I couldn't.
Okay. So that's why I asked after each slide, do you have anything? But I passed it. But unfortunately, there is no response. So
Maybe I
just
can try reading it once after you finish it off. Then I might ask you some questions which I didn't understand.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you don't understand this object-oriented platform independent, any of these concepts?
This one is okay.
Uh-huh.
It's like
Okay. So which part is? Can you be specific? Are you good about?
I want those the programming thing, like what you were doing, everything,
Uh-huh. So this
and you were
one.
running in the yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I can take one more class for you separately, Bhavani. Let me check with the others. Like Raji, I think Smita and Indra, how is it?
Me too. I am.
It's
I
not
think
clear
I'm
about the
okay.
program? Are you not clear?
No, Rajan. I don't know about programming.
Okay. So Raji, are you okay? Maybe I can go over again. So this JDK, JRE, Java Virtual Machine, is this clear? So that is okay, I think, right? After that, so do you understand this diagrams? What is JDK, what is JRE, what is JVM?
I think she'll be able to understand after she installs the Eclipse and she puts in the program language in it, and then
Okay.
kind of can understand by practicing the exercises.
Yeah. Yeah. So also I'm going to send this recording, Bhavani, as you say, like, you can just go through that. So maybe we can cover one more class. But I'm not expecting you to write these programs right away. So I just want you to understand what is this. So I'm going to run it also, like, how it is doing. So that probably it will help you to do one by one. Okay. But if you, I think if you have any program, any other program in background, so it's very easy to pick up. Like, maybe that's why I thought like, you have some background about other languages or something.
No. I'm completely new to this. I mean, coding and everything, because I am a pharmacy student. I never has interest in computers, but right now in my situation, I need to get into this section.
Okay.
Because due to some circumstances, I need to take it actually.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So we can just go through line by line. I think a program. So it takes more time, but we can, I think, achieve that. So maybe I think Raji, you have some computer background, right? Programming.
I know a little bit of the HTML and JavaScript. I don't know about Java.
Okay. No. If you have JavaScript or HTML, any other programming language, I think it's easy to pick up. Like, because I think for Bhavani, it may be difficult to understand what is method, what is, even if I relate to functions or procedures, it may be difficult for her. Okay. If I say variables or functions, I don't know. I think that's the problem. So maybe we have to come from stream of basics or something. We'll try, like, so after this session, you can go through this recording. We'll have one more session probably for you.
Okay.
And Smith also. Or it's not clear, I can go down one more level. Okay. So, okay, one more thing. So installation part, we can just, so try this, like, after this session today, okay, try to install this JDK, Java program, Java compiler, okay, copy paste, and then go here in Windows. So if your machine is Windows 86, it could be 16-bit or 64-bit, right? So if you go to your computer, you right click and see the properties, right? here it will tell you whether your computer is 64-bit or 32-bit, right? System type. If it is 64, you should go for this one, Windows 64. Okay, you'll download this. If it is 86, the 86 is the previous version. 86, you'll download this one. So only there are two types of processor, Windows 86 and the 64. Okay, so Java SE development kit, you will install either this one or this one, right? So you download it and just double click, it will start installing. You have to accept this agreement and all to run it.
Okay.
Okay, so try to install. Okay, once you install the software, go to the command prompt. Okay, so you can choose whatever path. See, in my machine I install C Java S. So then you go to the command prompt, enter Java C. Okay, so I have some problem, so it is not coming, but you should be able to get. Okay, no problem. So you will get some, if you enter Java, you will get this, okay, syntax. If you get this, then okay, there is a Java program is properly installed. Okay, once you install, I will send you small line of code, okay, this code, hello world program. Okay, so just to try to compile that and try to run that and see whether that is working. Okay, then after that, once that is installed, so don't try to understand this program. For now, let's focus on the Java installation, Java compilation, and Java running. Okay, three things: installation, compilation, and running. Once that is done, okay, as per the slide, we can go to the Eclipse download. Okay, Eclipse is another software where you don't have to run this Java compiler, Java runtime, and all from the command prompt, because it's not very user friendly or programmer friendly, difficult to remember command, right? So you can go to download Eclipse, just go to Google and just say Eclipse download, right? Eclipse also has a 16-bit, that 86 and 64-bit different versions, right? So you can just download this Eclipse IDE for Java developers, whether it's 32-bit or 64-bit. So depending on your operating system, you can download one of that and install. Okay. Once you install that Eclipse, you will have this Eclipse in your system. Okay. Eclipse is the zip file. So you have to unzip it and put it in your local machine. It doesn't need any installation. Once you download this, okay, you will have a zip file. Just unzip it, and it will. You can just put. I have kept it like this. See Eclipse, right? So you have all these folders and files, applications. So this is the Eclipse. Once you unzip it, you will get all this. You don't have to install or anything.
Okay.
Okay. Eclipse.zip will come. You have to unzip it and directly you can launch this application. Once you launch the application, you should see this Eclipse popping up. Then you can do all these Java programs. Right. I don't want you to show some long code. Okay. So these are all some sample programs, small programs. Okay. So we can start with one very basic program. Okay. So basic program is here. So these are all the things we have to start when you start coding here. These are all the things you have to start looking. Any programming language, it will follow some syntax. Okay. There will be always, see, if you do some documentation or anything, there will be a header section, footer section, there is a following index at the end or something like that, right? Content of the page, all those things, page number, everything is there in the book. It follows some standards. Similarly, this programming code has to follow. You are creating the Java class. Java class means it's a group of commands. So these are all the commands, different commands are there. Okay, you are creating a, don't worry about public class until what it is. Okay, you are creating the hello world class with two variables and one functions. Okay, let's start with small program. Okay, so we don't want anything. Okay, so maybe I can demonstrate this. Oh, I'm not able to compare. So maybe I will try in the Eclipse, write a small program and then run it. So from here, you can directly write Java program and run it. Okay, let us try that, whether it works from here. Okay, I'm trying to create a new class. Okay, what do you want to call it? March. March 7, right? I call it March 7. March test. Okay, that's my class name. So the package, remember I told you earlier, package is group of class. So I am going to create one package also, package test. Okay. So once I create that package test in the class, it created a code for you. You are not writing anything. This Eclipse is generating the code for you. Okay. I am copy pasting that. So good thing about this Eclipse is, okay, so whenever you are writing program, it knows Bhavani doesn't know programming, so it suggests you. Okay, so you created the package test. You are creating the hello world class, but class name we created as March test.java. Remember I told that the program name should be same as class name. Hello world should be program name, and it should be dot hello world.java. But there is a mismatch, so it is giving me error here. The public type hello world must be defined in its own file, and we can easily correct it, right? How we do that? Just click that, and it says it gives two options also. Do you want to rename the source file to hello world java, or you want to change this to March test based on that, right? You click this, and you can do whatever you want. Do you understand? Now it is mismatching. So the program name is different, but the class name is different. Whether you want to call this as a program name, or whether you want to change the program based on the class name. It gives two options. You can choose whatever you want. You want call it as hello world here, hello world, it changed. Okay, so hello world test now I'm changing. So again it's going to give you problem. Okay, so now you can change the hello world test to the Java also, this program. Now it changed here. Both are matching. Right? So it's such a user friendly, this Eclipse. I think that's why Indra told if you start using the Eclipse you will feel better. So here also you are getting, so integer is not a data type. Okay, it's my bad, that is not correct actually. Okay, so either you use int. I'm using different language, like I work in people out on different software, so I forget the syntax. I myself don't know the Java, right? So I wrote integer, which it was not accepting. It automatically suggesting something for you, right? Also, it gives sometimes warning. So you are using the IJ, but if you don't use, it will give warning also. You are not using it at all. Okay, so now it is good. There is no error. You can run this program from here. Let's see where you are getting output. Find hello world TSP. No. So this is not right. I think because of my system that it's not able to import the class. 1 second, let me see. Just let me try to run this. Yeah, this side is okay. that's working. So that's not a problem. So Eclipse is working. I was testing some program which was working before. So let me copy this. Let's try this. Okay. This integer ij. And then try this. Let's put the package. What is this? Okay, I think there's some linking problem. I have some Java path issue. Remember, when I have that Java C, it says could not find main class. Same thing I'm getting here also. So my installation has some issue. Okay, so here also I'm getting the same issue. It could be something related to the path and other things. I need to fix that. So otherwise, so when you compile from here, automatically you will get the output directly. You can run that. You don't have to compile or anything. Just you can directly run the hello world from this one. Right? So I will see what the issue is, and then probably next class I will show that. Okay. So try to install this Eclipse. Okay. Once you install the Eclipse, you can say file new Java project. Okay. You can call your own project name, test one or something. So if you create the project, it will come like this. Okay, so then you can say new package in the class. If you create the class, automatically it will ask for the package name also. You can give the new package name, and then you can give the class name, and then start writing the code like this and test it. Okay, it's not working because of my system problem. I need to figure it out why. Okay. So then I will not to continue this more here object-oriented feature in this class, because it may be confusing if you don't understand the basics of Java, right? So try to work through this installation part and then write small program. Then probably in the next class we'll talk about this theoretical concept, right? Because this is a little advanced, like in the Java, how these are all used, like inheritance, overriding, polymorphism. These are all the object-oriented concepts applicable for C++ and other object-oriented language. Okay, which I will show through the code. It's more theory only. It's not like a coding and all. It's like the same as before theory, and then you can see all these individual attributes of the object-oriented concepts, overriding all these things with an example. Okay, when I show example, you may need some code understanding. So let us, I don't want to push too much today, so let us go with the basics of Java, creating a small package, small class, and installation, and then run it. Okay, then later we can just go for the object-oriented features, right? Make sense? Okay, also Priya, when she is going to start the class for the WebDriver code, automation testing WebDriver, she will be using only the Eclipse tool. Okay, so that's why I'm asking to download the Eclipse and try to get familiar with this tool. You can just go through these different menus and options. Even if you don't run the program, try to get familiar with this Eclipse tool. Okay, so this is very handy. You can just directly write the program and run it. Right. So it will have a folder and then package. So this is the folder XLPOI. These are all the packages. XLPOI is the old package, and package just another package we have. Within that we have class hello world. So if you look at this package, we have a lot of classes. Chip test, loan application, pre test, write test. All these are classes. So multiple classes are put in one package and it kept in the source folder. Okay, and you can open any Java program like this. Double click, open the Java program, and you can run that directly. Right, run as that. You can. These are all things Priya will run. So these are all the prerequisites for WebDriver when she does the automation scripting. Okay. So the finding elements, all those things, whatever she taught in the IDE, in the Firefox, can generate the code based on the Java WebDriver code, right? So that's how we are going to connect. So earlier course, she taught about the IDE, finding elements, all those things, right? Which can generate the Java code, which we can maintain in the Eclipse and run from here. Okay. We'll see this next class. Any questions? General. Okay, if not, I think we can call it as a session, and we can see probably Sunday or Monday. I will text you when is the next class. I think Raji dropped already, or it's not an audio.
I'm in Raju.
Oh, okay. Good,
I'm
good.
here.
Yeah, you are in mute. Okay. So any question? The question, Indra? I think you went through this, so I don't think you have a question.
Yeah, I don't have a question. Okay.
You should have more answers than questions.
Yeah. Oh, here and there.
Okay, good, good. But these basics like object oriented and then like they will ask always in the interview. So I want to touch these. On the automation, we will use these concepts when you are writing the code, inheritance, overriding, polymorphism. So most of these automation testers, they will write the Java code without these concepts. It's difficult to understand the Java code. Okay, these are all the theoretical concepts. You can see that. Okay, so try to understand the basic Java building blocks, how the Java is written. This is for Bhavani and Raji. So how the program is written, so you can just take very simple Java program and understand. Right? Okay, all right. If you don't have any other questions, you can call me also after the session. If you have doubts, call me or ping me in the WhatsApp or message or call me or email me. I will share this recording and the PowerPoint. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Good night. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.